Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, your number one source for income-oriented investing, and it's time for another portfolio unveil video, everyone. From A to Z, I will show you my entire portfolio and what I've done in the month of June 2024. So just for reference, like you can see the bottom there on the screen, I am filming this in the middle of the afternoon on June the 17th. Normally I film it a little bit later, but I'm getting ready for New York this week. I'm leaving in 2 days, so I gotta get this video out so it could be published soon. Published shortly. So as usual, what will I show you in this video, in this portfolio unveil video, where every month I am completely honest and transparent and showing you exactly what I do every single month with my investing accounts. First, we'll look at the value. So what you're looking at here is my passive application, which is the portfolio management tool that I use. So what you see here is the total of my 6 investing accounts in Canadian dollars. So it's a little over 1.5 million. And I am filming this live while the stock market is open. So just in case you don't believe me, I'm hitting the refresh. You should see the number change slightly. There you go. So I am filming this live while the market is open, so the prices are going to fluctuate. So as usual, in case you're new here, guys, remember that I have 6 investing accounts, and I consider to have 2 separate entities. My main portfolio, which is what I live off of technically, which is approximately 62% of the total. So in the main portfolio, or in that entity, you have my TFSA, my wife's TFSA, which is in America, it's equivalent to the Roth IRA, and our regular cash account. So those 3 accounts combined make up about 62% of this total. And then we have our retirement accounts, which is my retirement account, my RSP, my wife's RSP, and a small locked-in RSP or Lira. And the total there makes up 38%. So remember, the retirement accounts, everything is on drip. We're going to take a look at that first. That nothing is coming out of there. All the dividends are being automatically reinvested. In the main portfolio, there is no drip, so I do a little bit more tracking, like we'll see. So first, I'd like to thank the sponsor of this video, very good friend of the channel, longtime friend of the channel, Passive. So that's exactly what you're looking at, guys. Passive is the portfolio management tool that I use. Remember, if you're Canadian and you use Questrade, the Elite membership is absolutely free. Normally, it's $99 a year, but it's completely free if you're if you use Questrade like I do. But don't forget, guys, there's also the community user, which is completely free. So make sure you download this application. It's very, very nifty, very, very useful. There's reporting. That's what I especially like. You can organize your different accounts in one place, so you don't have to log into multiple brokers. So make sure to download it. I do have a affiliate and referral link in the video description below in case you don't use Questrade and you want to try the Elite membership, where you have access to additional features. You get 50% off with my code. So it's only about $50 for a year. And if you're still skeptical about that, you don't want to pay anything or just try it out, try the free version. I highly recommend it. All right, moving on. So first, we will cover the retirement account. So there is a fairly significant change, not really. And as usual, we'll go through the Excel file. So guys, just before I show you that, remember that you could download the Excel file I'm about to show you for free on my website. In case it's too small, just go on my website, passiveincomeinvesting.ca, click on this link, free tools. The very first download, this red button here, you will be able to download the Excel file that I am about to show you right now. So here are the retirement accounts, my RSP, Erica's RSP, and my small Lira. Let me just take out my face because I want to make sure everything is clear here. You guys know already how I look like. There you go. You should be seeing it full screen now. So the biggest change that I've done is in Erica's RSP. We decided that in terms of core positions, so in case, you know, as you normally know, I talk about it all the time, our goal is to have 2 positions in each account. Right now, I have my 2 positions set, QQQY, which is a core NASDAQ 100 income position, and YMAX, the Yield Max all-in-one. In my wife's account, I used to have JEPY, then I switched it to SPY-T, which are high-yield S&P 500 ETFs from Defiance. But we decided that because these are going to be long-term accounts that we won't touch for a long time, at least 10 years plus, we decided to go with the switch from an S&P 500 to also a NASDAQ 100 in terms of core position for Erica's RSP as well. So we were looking at options. Yes, there's QQQY. There's other options as well. There's the one from Neos, but I've been watching QDTE, the Roundhill daily option covered call ETF closely. Been very impressed with its performance, although it's only been out 3 months. I think it's cool the fact that it's weekly distributions, so there's quicker compounding. And between QQQY and QDTE, the performance is more or less the same. So I decided, you know what, I have QQQY already. Let's go into QDTE for Erica's RSP. So I just did a swap, and if you go to the RSP tracker here, you could see that all I did was swap SPY-T for QDTE. But in terms of tracking the investment value, I'm just going to keep it the same. 100,000 we invested in that core position, which has switched a few times, but shouldn't switch that much more in the future. But it's possible. I mean, if there's a new NASDAQ 100 income ETF I feel is superior, I could switch to that. So unfortunately, SPY-T's twin sister, twin brother, QQQT is not out yet. So I would have probably switched my SPY-T to QQQT from Defiance, but it's not out yet. So I went with QDTE for now. So we'll see how that goes. And of course, the other main position is SVOL. And you guys already know that my plan is to swap RIV and RA into SVOL once the combined value of the two hit $50,000. So this is Erica's RSP. This is the value here. So you see that QDTE, which I literally just swapped out today, the current value is $117,500. So I'm definitely up on my original $100,000 investment on there. In terms of my RSP, well, QQQY, which is in NASDAQ, has been on an absolute tear, everyone. So my $120,000 investment is now worth $142,000. That is what my QQQY position, which is on drip. Don't forget, everything's on drip here. So I'm literally up $22,000 on this investment. So it's doing very, very well. So yeah, RIV and RA combined is about 47,000, 46, 47,000. So once the combined value of these, and by the way, they're on drip. So, every month I'm getting about almost $500 of extra shares between RIV and RA. So as soon as the combined value hits 50,000, I will swap those into SVOL, making, QDTE and SVOL core positions, main positions in my wife's RSP. Mine is QQQY and YMAX for now. And of course, I have my small lira, which is just Bitcoin. It's Maxi. Maxi is a Bitcoin income ETF from Simplify, and it's doing really well. I'm doing well on it as well. My initial investment value was $33,000 Canadian, and now the value is worth $48,000, so I'm up 45%. And by the way, if you're asking where do I get the values, it's right here. So you see here $48,000 for the lira, wife's RSP 265.7, so that's why you see this 265 here. Total contribution, by the way, is just how much I invested. What is my book cost, basically? So if you have an account where you're dripping, you're not taking anything out, guys, it's very easy to track. How much did you put in? How much did you invest? Right? What are your contributions to this account? And what is the current value of your investments? This is lifetime, right? So you could see here up 60%. And I am tracking the value every month now. So you see June, I updated it to 265, which is a $5,000 increase from last month. And my account is doing much better, growing much quicker because it had the NASDAQ, but now Erica's has the NASDAQ as well as the core position. So it's going to do well, I'm assuming, if the NASDAQ keeps going up and up and up. But remember, I know the NASDAQ hit all-time highs, but this is a long-term account. So May it was 269, now it's 278. I'm up almost 100% here on this. Pretty cool. So, and by the way, if you're asking, if you noticed, you see here the value is 276.7. Why am I putting 278? It's because the YMAX dividend is being paid today, and it hasn't been posted yet. So my YMAX here, it says 59.4, but it's really my dividend, which is being paid today, will be posted tomorrow. So it's about $2,200 more. So basically what I'm trying to say is as soon as I wake up tomorrow, this value is going to jump $2,200, which is why I just in advance put it here. So YMAX is also doing well. $60,000 investment is now worth $59,500 plus $2,200 tomorrow. So I'm up on that investment as well. Remember, these accounts are all on drip. So that is it for the retirement account breakdown. Very simple. It's just dripping away. I'm almost done pretty much streamlining it. I just got to get rid of RIV and RA, which are leveraged, more fixed income type securities, which have gotten killed. So I got to be patient. I'm going to be patient and wait until both of these combined hit 50,000, put it in SVOL. So I'm going to have 100,000 in the core position, which is now QDTE, and 50,000 plus 25. So that's $75,000 investment in SVOL. And in my account, right now it's QQQY, and the secondary one is YMAX at 60,000. So now let's move on to the main portfolio. All right, everyone, let's take a look at the main portfolio, which is not on Drip, so I definitely do a lot more tracking here. And just a reminder, in case you didn't already download Blossom, download Blossom. It's a very cool social investing app that's expanding in the US, and you could actually follow my main portfolio live there every single day. You'll find me there. So again, use the referral link in the affiliate and referral link section, the video description below, so you could download this really cool Blossom mobile app. So make sure to hit the link with your phone. It'll be much easier. Download Blossom today. Make sure to follow me so you could follow this portfolio live. So first things first, let's discuss what the changes I've made in June. Not much. I've trimmed my Ethereum position a little bit more. I actually sold it trimmed it at the perfect day when Ethereum was really, really high. So I only made a tiny $286 capital loss. And what did I do with it? I kind of swapped a digital oil for real oil. I bought a little bit of ENCL. So with that, my buys for the month, bought more ENCL. I bought another $5,000 of FTN, another $5,000 of RS. Remember, if FTN and RS are something I'm averaging down to sell because they're not tax efficient for me. Not getting into that now. I've discussed it in previous videos. I also bought another 5,000 of QQCL, which is NASDAQ 100. I absolutely love that. And a little bit of Bank, which is Canadian financials, which is suffering right now. So I definitely add a little bit there in my TFSAs because that's where it's Canadian. So I want to keep ENCL as much as ENCL and Bank as possible in my TFSA accounts. So let's go through it, everyone. My main diversified core positions, I would say, are up here. So you have HYLD, USCL, which essentially both the S&P 500. No changes there. Add a little bit to QQCL, so I'm at 110,000 there. And then I have 100,000 of GDV, which a video just came out. I strongly suggest you watch the video, guys, with Laura Lau, the lead portfolio manager. This is by far my personal favorite split fund of all time. 12% yield approximately, never missed a dividend. If you like dividend stocks in particular, GDV is definitely the fund for you. It has absolutely great performance. Moving on to the sector specific things. So now there's $145,000 in RS. So my book price is $14.15. So I've been literally every $5,000 I invest, the book price goes down by about 10 cents. It's very hard to average down if there's a big amount, but we're going to keep averaging it down because real estate by far is the most undervalued thing right now, and the tide could be turning with Canadian rate cuts, which the first one already happened. Bank, add a little bit of in here, so you see it's 102,000. Probably add some more next month, guys. Very undervalued. I think it's over 17% yield. Even energy is over 7. I think it's over 18% yield. So definitely, like I showed you before, add a little bit to ENCL. So I'm up to 55,000. So these are very, very, very high yielding, but I'm not going to go too crazy on these because they are sector specific. Remember, I got to keep these as much as I can in my TFSA. ENCL especially has to only be in my TFSA. So FTN, another 5,000 in here. I think this one is trading at a discount. It was a good time to pick it up because it's financials and financials are getting killed. So 80,000 in FTN. We'll see what happens next month. I'm thinking of maybe selling it. I think it's time. We'll see what happens because in case you don't know or didn't catch it, as a non-resident of Canada, if something gives eligible dividends, I don't get my withholding taxes back. So in case you didn't know, in my non-registered account, in my cash account, which is this account here, all my dividends are taxed 25% off the top. It's a withholding tax, but at the end of the year, the portion that's ROC and capital gains, just like it says here, I get it back. So basically in my cash account, guys, I want only things that give me ROC and capital gains, which is why I don't want anything Canadian in there. And as FTN especially is bad because it gives out all eligible dividends. That's really the reason in case you missed it. So YTSL, still a small position here, 3%, been catching up, been doing great lately. Tesla's going back up. And then you have my two crypto positions, which the Ether is now the smallest position at 20K. I feel very comfortable with 2% in Ethereum. I think they just launched, Purpose just launched an Ethereum staking ETF. So I'll look into that shortly. But the majority of my crypto holding is in Bitcoin at 5% overall. So total invested, my book cost is $975. The total value of my portfolio right now is about $953. Once again, I do get that from passive. You see that here. Okay, well, it's $954. Now let me just refresh it. 954. Yeah, it's a 954. We'll leave it at 953. So on my capital, just the capital unrealized, I'm only down 2%, guys. It's amazing, absolutely incredible. I know I'll break even eventually, and even if I don't, it doesn't matter because it makes no difference in my life. But look at these numbers. My average yield is now 13.64% overall. My gross annual income, my gross monthly income, which is now cracked over 11,000. Of course, here is the monthly 25% withholding tax. Remember, this only applies on funds in my cash account, not in the TFSAs. It's $2,087, but I do expect to get 1,500 of that back, which means my net income is now just past $10,500. And you can see the breakdown, how much of that $10,500 comes from my TFSA versus the cash account. So here are my numbers, guys. I did update. If you scroll to the left, scroll down, I did update the numbers here. So in terms of capital, which, if you go to main portfolio tracker, you could see all the green in gains, all the red in the losses. You add that up and you'll get minus 10,500. But here's the income, all the income I've gotten so far as of, midway through the year, almost $59,000. So for the year, in terms of realized, I am definitely up 48,000. And that's just going to keep going up every month when the income comes in. So I'm not going to go through this again here. I do it several times in the past couple of portfolio unveil videos. And by the way, if ever you want I do have a detailed video that goes into my portfolio, just a video on that. Check out that video. It's called, portfolio tracking and taxes and everything. It explains everything. It does a deep dive into this sheet because remember also there's hidden columns here. There's extra columns that I don't show you because I want to fit it all on the page here, but I do go into details on some of these funds. Like I talk about the sector, the region, the leverage, etc. And if you unhide even more here, I actually share with you, this is total number of shares, but I actually break down out of the total shares, how many shares are in my TFSA versus my cash account, the non-registered account, the approximate 25% tax. Remember, no, this is not the approximate. This is the 25% tax I pay and the expected refund. And you could see here why RS and FTN are such a big problem because I'm paying $300 a month of tax on RS, $200, over $200 on FTN, but I'm not going to get any of that back. So this is why my plan is to sell them off. That is basically it. So again, guys, make sure to download my sheet if you want on my website. You could download it for free. We will do this again next month, and hopefully I'll see you in New York, or I would have seen a couple of you in New York. And see you next time. Hey, don't go yet. A few reminders before you leave. Did you know that I launched a YouTube loyalty membership program where for only $3 a month, you could become a PII Inner Circle member, where you will gain access to exclusive content, exclusive videos and live streams, as well as other perks and benefits, including a really cool weekly opportunity report. That's right. If you're interested, just click on the little join button next to the subscribe button to see what it's all about. Also, make sure to follow me on Blossom and download Blossom. It's a social investing app, which is really cool. You could share your portfolio, follow other people's portfolios, including my own. My username is Adrian_PII. So download it with the referral link below. Not only is it free, but you could actually earn cash by taking these really small, quick 1-minute courses. Really awesome. It's a no-brainer. Also, make sure to visit our website, passiveincomeinvesting.ca. That's where you could book a one-on-one private coaching session with yours truly, with myself, where you could ask me all the questions you want. All the information and booking information is on the website. Make sure to check out that video on the homepage there to see how to book a one-on-one properly. Also on my website, you could purchase my digital product, which I'm very proud of, the Ultimate DIY Investing Package. This is a reference tool or a companion tool that will help you build your own portfolio. So it has lists of funds, it has sample portfolios, and it covers both the Canadian and US stock markets. And the good news is you'll only ever have to buy it once because it comes with free lifetime updates. And my plan is really to update the version every single year. So make sure to pick it up. Also, I have Questrade and Passive referral links below. So Questrade is the broker that I personally use, and Passive is the broker companion tool or assistant that I use. Really cool program, really cool software. So I have referral links for both of those. Questrade, $50 of free trades, And passive, I have half off for the elite membership. If you're interested in the elite membership, and even if you want to start out with the free membership and upgrade to the elite afterwards, use my referral code so you could still get that 50% off. And don't forget that the elite membership of passive is 100% free if you use Questrade. For social media, we have a very successful and big Facebook group, private Facebook group with over 14,000 members where we all try to help each other out. So make sure to join that group. Information is below. We also have Instagram where you could follow us or more personal stuff when it comes to our life here in Panama. And there's LinkedIn as well. So as usual, everyone, how do I leave you? Continue to stay safe, stay healthy, and of course, stay passive. See you next time.